Let me begin with a truth I deeply believe. This is the first time I believe in recent history that India as a nation is not catching up, but India is actually leading. And the people who will define the future are sitting right here in this room. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 5th edition of the Super 40 Digital Native AI Summit and Awards. It's an honor to present the keynote standing here in the quantum and the AI capital of India, Bangalore. A special welcome to all the founders, to all the esteemed stakeholders, technologists, digital native AI leaders, and the incredible ObserveNow team led by Tanya for building a platform that recognizes India's digital native revolution. I stand here not just as a keynote speaker, but also as the co-founder of Fundamental VC, which is an early stage fund investing into technology startups. But I think I represent someone who believes that India's AI decade has officially begun. India's AI story didn't begin with the ChatGPT. It began 2.5 decades ago when a handful of startups such as Inefu Labs, Haptic, Fractal, and a few others were building AI when nobody could recognize that. In fact, 2 days ago, I recently met a 23-year-old founder from Jaipur who trained a speech in 17 dialects because his grandmother couldn't use Google Assistant. The founder wasn't building a wrapper. He was building for India. And that is where India's edge is. We've come a long way since then, where now we have more than 1,000 AI startups, more than 450 plus funded startups, 27 acquisitions, and 3 unicorns, where India stands as one of the top 5 fastest growing AI ecosystems globally. But numbers aren't the real story. The real story is we are no longer an AI follower nation. We are becoming an AI originating nation. Yet, and let's be honest, we still see too many founders building wrappers using someone else's model. So let me say this clearly, that copycats will no longer win in foundational tech. Wrappers will soon die down and will not be able to raise much larger capital and create impact. And most importantly, India's problems can't be solved with someone else's model. The answer to this is, if India wants to lead, it has to build. The top 5 forces which contributes to our AI decade is first the talent, which has a compounding advantage, wherein we hold 1/6 of the global AI talent pool, which is supposed to double. And the best part is 45% of India's AI founders are under 30, where ambition overtakes experience. The second is we have finally the capital coming in. With India's 1 lakh crore RFD scheme and the 10,000 crore AI mission, we have global funds coming in, and in fact, AI is now one of the largest themes in early stage investing. The third is the bigger and the hard-hitting and the larger problems to be solved are coming from India. With 650,000 villages, 22 official national languages, 750 smartphone users, as well as a DPI stack which no country can replicate, we know that if we solve for 1.4 billion people, we solve for the entire emerging markets, which is where India stands as the toughest sandbox, the cheapest test bed, and the deepest data set on the planet. So if it works in India, it works everywhere else. The fifth is, while we have had a lot of AI projects coming in, the execution from promise to delivery hasn't happened, which is where we have a key role to play. We have done this before in cloud, in payments, in mobile, in identity, and in governance. And now it's time to replicate that in AI. Now, with forward deploying engineers, with human in the loop systems and creative data stacking, we will solve it for AI again. And this is our structural advantage. While all these forces contribute, what is really needed for us to truly lead globally is we need more foundational AI research. We need AI research university-led labs. We need a lot of funding coming in from private as well as public stakeholders. We need deep skilling and reskilling for millions, including us and the founding ecosystem, because AI has a cycle of 2 to 5 days. So it needs to be shipped daily rather than quarterly or yearly. We need to have an AI first curriculum, and most importantly, a responsible, inclusive AI framework. My eightfold ask to every AI founder is, let's solve real problems, not vanity metrics, where AI is the tool, but the goal remains to build a successful business. The second is to build global from day zero, using India as the test bed. The third is to ship daily and to understand the consumer rather than doing it quarterly, because velocity is your moat. The fourth is your model should make economic sense from day zero, otherwise nothing else matters. The fifth is build deep, original, defensible AI wins, not wrappers or not clones, but original ideas. The sixth is showcase your entire founding team, because here it's not a solo sport, but AI is a team sport. The seventh is build verticalized domain AI plays, which will overtake horizontal domains. And last, but the most important, is play the long-term game, because breakthroughs in technologies take time to mature, but compounding always rewards the persistent. As a founder of Fundamental VC, I'm deeply optimistic, not because of the hype, but because of the quality of builders we look at the early stage in the funnel every day, because of the depth of the problems that India counters on a daily basis, and because of the scale of ambition that truly defines this generation. Every great company you admire today began exactly like this, a small group of people sitting together, believing in something the world couldn't see yet, or the world couldn't even anticipate or imagine. If you're in this room, you're not here to play safe. You're here to build and execute what hasn't been imagined, and to build that. So don't copy, don't delay, don't shrink your ambition. This decade belongs to the brave, and when India builds, the world adopts. Let's build globally, let's build boldly, and let's build originally. Thank you so much.